For the afternoon tide throw, you're going to start off with a stitch count of any multiple of 6, then add 12. I'm going to start off with 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's my multiple of 6, and then I'm going to add 12 to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have 24 chains, and I'm going to start off with a row of single crochet. That's it. Just skip the first chain and single crochet into the next. Now for the actual project, I did a chain of 138. So you're just going to single crochet the very first row. Just go across with all single crochets. Since I chained 24, I will have one less, making 23, and just single crochet in each chain. I've just completed row 1, and now I am ready to do row 2. For row 2, the first thing you do is a beginning linked double crochet. And reading from the instructions, reading straight from the instructions, you're going to chain 2, skip the first chain, pull up a loop in the next chain, pull up a loop in the single crochet, and now complete your double as you would normally. Pull through 2 and pull through 2. Now we're going to do the next linked double. It's this bar right here. That bar is the one that you're looking for. So one across the center, pull up a loop there, and then pull up a loop in the next single. Now pull through 2 and pull through 2. If you have any problems with that, be sure to read the instructions in the pattern. Again, pull up a loop there and pull up a loop here. Now you could do a regular double crochet here, but a linked double crochet simply means that you won't have the typical holes in between the double crochets. I wanted something very firm, not firm, what am I trying to, dense? I'm not sure dense is the word either. Something that just wasn't holy. And I went with the linked stitches for that on this row. And if you do a regular double crochet, let's just look. It has that big hole right there in between the stitches, and here it's solid. Solid, that's a good word. That's the word I was going for, wasn't it? Alright, so what I did was linked. It's LDC all the way across, and you just yarn over, pull through 2. And yes, you can do this with any stitches at all. Check my YouTube channel and you'll be able to find all of the stitches there. Now that is the linked double, and you're going to do the linked double crochet all the way across to the end. Here I've finished the linked double crochet. Now you can see this is a different look than regular double crochet. It's just double crochet, but it's linked together. Alright, now we're going to start row 3. Row 3 is a chain 1. And we're going to single crochet in the first stitch and the next 4. So that's 5 total here. So 2 and 3, 4 and 5. Now we're going to do a front post cluster. See, special stitches. Here we go. Yarn over twice. Skip one row, this whole row here, the linked double, And then I am going to insert my hook around the post of the single crochet in that next row. Yarn over, pull a loop through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops twice, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now I have 2 loops on my hook. Insert hook and stitch for current row, yarn over, pull a loop through. Now I have 3, yarn over, pull through all 3. Now we go back to the pattern, single crochet in next 5 stitches. 1, whoops, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to do that cluster again. So yarn over twice, come down here, work around the single crochet, pull a loop through around the back of that single crochet. Now pull through 1 and 2. Now pull a loop in the back. There we go. And pull through 3. And then 5 single crochet. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Now we're going to do that cluster again. Yarn over twice and come down here, wrap around the single crochet. Now pull through 2 and through 2, pull up a loop in the back, pull through 3, and now we've come to the last 5. We're going to do 5 single crochet here. Focus. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5. Now you'll come up to row 4, which is going to be the linked double crochet again. So let's just do a couple of those. So skip the first chain, pull up a loop here, pull up a loop in the stitch. This is the beginning stitch. It's a little different than the rest because there's nothing to link onto. So now we're going to go ahead and do the stitch, pull up a loop, and here. And anytime you're on the back side of this piece, you're going to always be doing the linked double on the back. It's the front where you're doing the front post clusters. And pull it, get out of the way there. There we go. Pull up a loop here and here. And now double crochet. I've just completed row 3, another linked double crochet row, and now I'm going to do the front post cluster row. Now what's going to happen here is that these clusters that sit on the top are not going to be stacked. They're going to be staggered, one over. Now this is where you're going to work the post stitch, right here and right here. They're going to be one over. So we are going to do 4 single crochet this time. We did 5 last time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I'm going to do that cluster. You can eyeball it by looking at this cluster here. Now that you've got the initial clusters down, you can eyeball it. It's the one right to the right or to the left if you're left-handed. So right beside it, right here, and you're just going to keep going. Now if you are left-handed, the diagonal is going to go towards the left. If you're right-handed, the diagonal is going to go to the right. Either way is perfectly acceptable. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to start with the cluster right here. Now pull through 2 and pull through 2, and then pull up a loop in that single crochet back there, or that was a linked double. Pull up a loop back there to complete the cluster. Now 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to do another cluster. And you see how it's just going to shift over by 1 on each time that you do this. Just going to shift right over. Now, you're going to continue to shift over that cluster and shift over the cluster and shift over the cluster and shift over the cluster until it drops off. And you can just eyeball it, like I said. It's important though that you remember to add it once you get enough stitches over here. And you can just follow the pattern, and it takes about 14 rows to get through the entire series, and then it starts all over again. I have the written instructions and a little chart so that you can see all it does is just start diagonally. It just moves across. And that is all you're going to do. I know that a lot of you had questions on the linked stitch, and you can do a double right there if you feel like it, but I just wanted a more solid looking piece here.